us to unlock the deep well of peace and joy within. Today, we explore 7 simple yet powerful Buddhist principles that can transform the way we live, bringing lasting happiness into our lives. Principle 1. Live in the present. The Buddha once said, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment." Happiness blooms when we let go of the past and future. Buddha's teachings remind us that the present moment is the only one we truly have. Too often, we get caught up in regrets or anxieties about the future, but peace can only be found in the here and now. By focusing on the present, we allow ourselves to experience life fully and find joy in the simplest moments. Principle 2. Practice compassion. There was once a young monk who was always troubled by the things he had done wrong in the past and by the things he feared might happen in the future. His teacher told him, "When you are troubled, look at the tree outside. It stands tall, rooted in the earth, fully present. It does not worry about what has happened or what will happen. It simply lives in the moment." The monk soon realized that peace can only be found when we stop dwelling on what's already gone or what's yet to come. Helping others brings joy to your heart. Compassion is one of the greatest gifts we can offer not only to others, but to ourselves. The Buddha teaches us that by being kind and understanding, we bring happiness to others and cultivate a deeper sense of joy and connection within our own hearts. Principle 3. Embrace simplicity. As the Buddha once taught, the root of suffering is attachment. True contentment comes from needing less, not having more. In a world that often equates happiness with material success, Buddha teaches us that the path to peace lies in simplicity. When we learn to let go of excessive desires and attachments, we find that what we already have is more than enough. Principle 4. Detach from desire. There was once a man who was obsessed with wealth. No matter how much he gained, he was never satisfied. One day, a wise elder told him, "Imagine you are holding a handful of sand. The tighter you grip it, the more it slips away." The man realized that by chasing his desires, he was only pushing true happiness further away. In letting go, he discovered a calm and peaceful heart. Letting go of attachments and desires is one of the most liberating teachings of Buddhism. When we cling to desires, we are tied to the impermanent and uncertain. By detaching from them, we find a deep sense of peace within, free from the roller coaster of fleeting wants. Principle 5. Cultivate gratitude. The Buddha once said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful." Gratitude is a powerful tool for cultivating happiness. By appreciating the small blessings, whether it's a kind word, a moment of peace, or a beautiful sunset, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have. Buddha's words remind us that even in challenging times, there's always something to be grateful for. Principle 6. Meditate daily. A young monk asked his teacher, "How do I find peace?" The teacher simply replied, "Sit still. Quiet your mind, let go of everything, and listen." As the monk practiced meditation, he found that his mind became a calm lake, undisturbed by the storms of life. Meditation calms the mind and nourishes the soul. A peaceful mind allows us to see life clearly and respond with wisdom. By meditating daily, even for a few minutes, we create space for stillness and clarity, bringing us closer to happiness. Principle 7. Follow the middle way. The Buddha once taught, "The middle way is the way of moderation, the way of balance." Balance is the key to lasting happiness. Buddha teaches that extreme behaviors and lifestyles, whether of indulgence or austerity, will only bring suffering. The middle way, living with balance and moderation, leads to lasting contentment. In finding equilibrium, we unlock the true essence of happiness. These 7 teachings offer us a roadmap to happiness, guiding us toward peace, contentment, and a more fulfilling life. By living in the present, practicing compassion, embracing simplicity, detaching from desire, cultivating gratitude, meditating daily, and following the middle way, we can unlock the happiness that is our true nature. May these teachings bring you lasting peace and joy. If you found this video helpful,
ready to turn it up?
Imagine this. You're alone in your room, the walls closing in as you stare at the ceiling, a blank canvas mirroring the emptiness inside. Outside, the world spins, relentless and vibrant. But here, in this quiet space, time feels suspended. The weight of old wounds presses down like a leaden blanket. Disappointments linger like ghosts, expectations shattered into fragments, and loneliness echoes in the silence. You scroll, you distract, you reach out, but nothing fills the void. No matter how many people crowd your life, the ache remains. Why? Because the pain isn't just about what's missing, it's about what you're holding on to. You're not alone in this. We've all waited for someone to swoop in, to mend the cracks, to whisper, "It's okay now." But what if that person isn't coming? What if the one who can heal you has been here all along, breathing in the same room, waiting for you to look inward? The child's lesson, why waiting for others to fix you keeps you stuck. Think of a toddler learning to walk. She stumbles, scrapes her knee, and looks up, wide-eyed, vulnerable. If no one rushes to her, she hesitates, then brushes herself off and tries again. But if someone swoops in with concern, she crumples into tears, clinging to the idea that someone else must make the pain go away. This is the trap we fall into as adults. We've been conditioned to outsource our healing, to rely on others to validate, comfort, or rescue us. But here's the truth. No one can heal you but you. Not a partner, not a friend, not even time. Because time doesn't heal, it just gives you space to practice. The Buddha's mirror. Suffering is a choice. If you've ever felt lost in the labyrinth of pain, if you've ever wondered why some wounds refuse to scab over, this is for you. Stay with us. What you'll discover today could dismantle everything you thought you knew about healing. Healing isn't about isolation. It's not about cutting yourself off from the world or becoming a stoic hermit. It's about reclaiming your power. Buddhism teaches that suffering isn't born from external events, it's born from attachment. We cling to expectations, relationships, and validation like lifelines, believing they'll anchor us. But when they slip away, we're left gasping, convinced we're broken. The truth? You are not broken. You're simply human. But the moment you stop outsourcing your peace is the moment you start to heal. The Now Revolution. How presence becomes your medicine. Our minds are time travelers, darting between regret and anxiety, replaying yesterday's hurts or rehearsing tomorrow's disasters. But healing can't exist in the past or future. It lives in the now. Try this. Take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs, the weight of your body against the floor. Let go of every thought, every worry, every what if. Just be. This is the starting point, not in overthinking, not in waiting for someone to get it, but in being present with yourself. When you're present, You stop feeding the fire of suffering. You stop letting the past dictate your present or letting fear hijack your future. You begin to see that healing isn't about fixing what's wrong. It's about embracing what is. The paradox of letting go. Why holding on hurts more. You carry it with you, the ache, the wound, the unspoken grief. You hope it'll fade, but it doesn't. Why? Because suffering isn't about what happened to you, it's about what you refuse to release. The Buddha once told a man burdened by pain, suffering isn't in what happens to you, it's in how you hold it. Imagine someone throws a burning coal at you. If you catch it, whose hand burns? Yours. The coal may come from someone else, but the fire is yours to hold or drop. This is the paradox. The tighter you grip, the deeper the burn. Letting go isn't weakness. It's the bravest act of self-love. The path forward. Healing is a rebellion against helplessness. Healing isn't a destination. It's a rebellion. It's the daily act of choosing yourself over the noise, presence over distraction, and freedom over clinging. Here's how to begin. 1. Breathe into the now. When your mind wanders, anchor yourself to your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. This is your lifeline to the present. 2. Question your attachments. What are you clinging to? A person, a memory, a version of yourself that no longer exists? Ask, is this serving me or is it chaining me? 3. Practice non-judgmental awareness. Observe your pain without labeling it good or bad. It's just energy passing through you like a storm. 4. Let go of the story. Pain is temporary, but the story you tell yourself about it can last forever. Break the narrative. The final truth, you are already whole. Healing isn't about fixing what's wrong. It's about remembering what's always been right. You are not a collection of wounds waiting to be bandaged. You are a being of resilience, capable of transforming pain into wisdom. So stop waiting. Stop hoping someone else will do the work. The revolution begins when you become your own source of strength. One breath, one moment, one choice at a time. The art of letting go. How to heal by releasing the roots of suffering. So you're asking, how do I stop suffering? The answer isn't in the surface, it's in the roots. Imagine a tree. Its leaves are wilting, its branches sagging. If you keep trimming the leaves, will the tree recover? Number. The problem isn't in the branches, it's in the roots. If the roots are poisoned, the tree cannot thrive. The same is true for you. If your heart holds resentment, if your mind clings to what's already past, no amount of distraction or surface-level fixes will heal you. The roots of suffering. What are you holding on to? Ask yourself, what am I still carrying? Whose words still echo in your mind? Which moment from the past do you replay like a broken record? What story do you tell yourself every day that keeps the wound open? These are your roots, poisoned, tangled, and strangling your present. Until you confront them, healing remains out of reach. But here's the truth. Healing isn't about forgetting. It's not about pretending the pain never existed. It's about seeing it clearly and making a choice, not to let it define you. The monk's lesson, suffering is carrying what's already gone. There's an old story about two monks crossing a river. They encountered a woman who couldn't make it across. One monk picked her up, carried her to the other side, and set her down. Hours later, the second monk broke the silence. You should not have touched that woman. We monks do not do such things. The first monk smiled and said, I put her down hours ago. Why are you still carrying her? This is the essence of suffering, holding on to something long after it's gone. You're still carrying people, words, regrets, betrayals, things that no longer exist in this moment. But what if you put them down? The illusion of safety. Why holding on traps you? You might say, it's not that easy, and you're right. The mind resists letting go. It whispers, Holding on is safer. If you release it, you'll lose a part of yourself. But that's the lie. Holding on doesn't protect you. It imprisons you. It chains you to a past that can't be changed, to wounds that fester because you won't let them breathe. The river exercise, a practice of release. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a river. In your hands, you hold stones, each one a piece of your suffering, a betrayal, a lost love, an unmet expectation. Feel their weight pressing down on you. Now, one by one, drop them into the water. Watch as they sink, as the river carries them away. Feel the lightness rising in you. This is the beginning, not just of healing, but of freedom. Breaking free from emotional attachments. Sit with me for a moment. Breathe. Feel the air around you, the space you occupy right now. Ask yourself, what is weighing on my heart? Is it a person, a past event, a hope that never materialized? Hold it in your mind for just a moment. Now imagine letting it go. What do you feel? Freedom? Fear? Emptiness? Attachment is a silent trap. It begins as something beautiful, love, connection, hope, but over time, it tightens its grip until you forget how to breathe without it. You cling to people, expecting them to stay. You hold on to relationships, demanding they last forever. You grasp words, memories, and emotions as if they define you. But what happens when they change, when they leave? The cost of clinging, when change becomes your enemy. Change is inevitable. A friend grows distant, a lover moves on, a promise is broken, and suddenly your heart feels torn apart. Why? Because you built your happiness on something you couldn't control. You made someone else the source of your peace, and when they walked away, they took it with them. But tell me, is that truly peace, or is it just dependency? The courage to let go, reclaiming your power. True peace isn't found in others. It's found in your ability to let go. It's the courage to say, I will not be a prisoner of my past. I will not let my suffering become my identity. It's the freedom that comes when you stop clinging and start choosing yourself. So today, ask yourself, what am I still carrying? And then gently put it down. The river is always there, waiting to carry your burdens away. All you have to do is let go. The Buddha once said, attachment leads to suffering. It is not love itself that hurts us. It is our inability to let love change. We want things to remain as they were, to hold on to moments as if they are frozen in time. But life is always moving. Nothing stays the same. And the more we resist this truth, the more we suffer. Have you ever held on to something so tightly that your hands began to hurt? A rope, a heavy bag, even a simple object. If you grip it too hard for too long, your fingers ache, your arms tremble, and eventually you can't hold on anymore. Emotional attachment works the same way. The tighter we cling, the more pain we feel, and yet we refuse to let go, convinced that without it, we will be empty. But here is the truth. You are not empty. You have never been empty. You are whole with or without anyone else. The mind tricks us into believing that we need others to complete us, that without their love, their presence, or their validation, we are not enough. But look at the trees. They stand tall with or without the birds resting in their branches. Look at the river. It flows whether someone watches it or not. You too can exist fully, even when others leave. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It does not mean pushing people away or pretending they never mattered. It means releasing the grip, allowing things to be as they are rather than as we wish them to be. It means understanding that love is not ownership and connection does not require control. The more freely we love, the more beautiful that love becomes. Think of the sky. It does not hold onto the clouds, yet they pass through it, creating beauty in their own time. Some days the sky is clear, other days it is filled with storms. But the sky remains the sky, unchanged by what comes and goes. This is the heart of detachment, not coldness, not indifference, but an unshakable peace that does not depend on anything outside of you. Many people fear detachment, believing it means they must stop feeling. But that is not true. Detachment does not mean the absence of love. It means loving without chains. It means experiencing joy without fearing its loss. It means embracing change instead of fighting it. It is the art of holding life gently with open hands rather than clenching it in fear. So, how do you begin to let go? Start by observing your thoughts. Notice when your mind clings to someone's words, someone's actions, or even someone's absence. Ask yourself, why does this thought have so much power over me? What am I afraid of losing? Then remind yourself, you have everything you need within you. No one else can complete you because you are already whole. Healing from attachment takes time. Some days the old wounds will ache. Some nights the memories will turn. But each time they do, take a breath. Let them come and let them go. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are the sky, vast and open, untouched by the passing clouds. As we continue this journey, you will learn that true peace does not come from holding on. It comes from knowing that you don't need to. The more you release, the lighter you become. And one day, you will wake up and realize you are free. The power of mindfulness and healing. Sit down. Take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs. Now, exhale slowly. Let go of everything for a moment. No past, no future, just this breath, just this moment. Do you feel that? That's presence, that's mindfulness, and that is where healing begins. Most of the pain we carry is not from the present moment. It is from yesterday's regrets and tomorrow's worries. A conversation that ended badly, a mistake that haunts you, a future that feels uncertain. The mind jumps from one thought to another like a monkey leaping from tree to tree, never stopping, never resting. But what if you could stop it? What if, just for a moment, you could be here fully, here? Mindfulness is not something foreign. It is not something complicated. It is the simple act of being present. When you eat, just eat. When you walk, just walk. When you breathe, just breathe. But most of us don't do this. When we eat, we think about work. When we walk, we replay old conversations. When we breathe, we don't even notice. And that is why we suffer. Pain lingers because we keep feeding it. A hurtful memory arises, and instead of letting it pass, we hold on to it, relive it, again and again, adding more pain each time. But look at the sky. Do the clouds stay forever? No, they come and they go. Your thoughts, your emotions, your pain, they are the same. But only if you let them pass. When a painful thought arises, don't fight it. Don't chase it away. Just observe it. Watch it like you would watch a cloud drifting across the sky. No attachment, no resistance, just awareness. The moment you become aware, the thought loses its power. It may come back, but each time you observe without attachment, it weakens. Slowly, the storm inside begins to calm. People think healing is about fixing something, but healing is not about fixing. It is about allowing yourself to feel without being controlled by emotions, allowing yourself to be present without running away. The more you allow, the lighter you become. Try this the next time you feel anxious. Stop. Take a deep breath. Instead of resisting the feeling, observe it. Where do you feel it in your body? Is it in your chest, your stomach? Just notice. Don't label it as good or bad. Don't judge it. Just be with it. And then take another deep breath, slowly, gently. Feel the tension begin to fade, not because you forced it away, but because you stopped feeding it. Mindfulness is not just about calming the mind. It is about seeing clearly. Have you ever looked at the ocean when it is stormy? The water is restless, waves crashing in every direction. But when the storm settles, what do you see? The ocean becomes clear, still, peaceful. Your mind is the same. When your thoughts settle, clarity comes. And with clarity, healing follows. Some wounds take time, some pains feel too deep. But even the deepest wound heals when it is not disturbed. When you stop scratching an itch, it fades on its own. The same goes for your suffering. Stop feeding it with endless thoughts and watch how it begins to heal. The Buddha once said, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." This is the essence of mindfulness. This is the key to healing. Your past cannot touch you if you do not bring it into the present. Your future cannot frighten you if you do not chase it. The only thing that exists is now, and now is where you heal. So sit, breathe, be here. You don't need anything else. You don't need anyone else. Just this moment, just this breath. This is healing. Detaching from external validation. Sit with me for a moment. Breathe in, breathe out. Now tell me, why do you seek approval? Why does the opinion of others have such a hold on your heart? You post a picture and wait for likes. You speak your thoughts and hope for agreement. You make a choice, and deep inside you wonder, what will they think of me? This weight, this need for validation, has chained you for far too long. It is time to be free. Look at a river. It flows effortlessly, never stopping to ask if its path is right or wrong. It does not seek permission to move. It does not wait for applause. Yet it nourishes the land, carves through mountains, and reaches the ocean. You, too, are meant to flow, but you have spent years standing still, waiting for someone else to say, "Yes, you are enough." My dear, you have always been enough. Think of the last time someone's words lifted you up. It felt good, didn't it? But what happened when someone criticized you? Did your joy disappear? If your happiness rises and falls with the opinions of others, are you truly happy, or are you simply being controlled? A strong tree does not shake with the wind. It stands firm, knowing that the storm will pass. Be like the tree. You say, "But Master, I cannot ignore what people think." I tell you this, not all thoughts are worth carrying. Imagine you are in a market. Every vendor is calling out to you, offering something different. Do you buy from all of them? Number. You choose what you need and leave the rest. The same goes for opinions. Some are useful, some are poison. Learn to take only what nourishes your soul. There is a story of a monk and a traveler. The traveler was angry, full of frustration, and he insulted the monk repeatedly, but the monk simply smiled. Finally, the traveler asked, "Why do you not react? Do my words not hurt you?" The monk replied, "If someone gives you a gift but you do not accept it, who does the gift belong to?" The traveler thought for a moment. "To the one who offered it," he said. The monk nodded. "Exactly. And I do not accept your words." People will always have something to say. Some will praise you, some will judge you, but their words are theirs. They do not belong to you unless you take them. Ask yourself, why do you give strangers so much power? They do not know your journey. They do not feel your pain. They do not walk your path. Then, why let them decide how you feel? A bird does not stop flying because someone dislikes its song. The sun does not stop shining because someone prefers the night. You, too, must continue being yourself, regardless of who approves. If you are kind, be kind. If you are strong, be strong. If you are quiet, be quiet. Do not shrink yourself to fit into a world that is still learning how to see. Many people seek validation because they fear rejection. But what is rejection, really? It is simply someone's opinion that does not match your own. That is all. If you say the sky is beautiful today and someone replies, "No, it is not," does the sky change? No, it remains as it is. So, why should you change? Because someone does not see your worth. There is great freedom in detachment. It does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop depending. There is a difference. Caring comes from love. Depending comes from fear. Love yourself enough to let go of the fear. Walk your path with confidence, knowing that you are whole, with or without approval. When a lotus blooms in a muddy pond, it does not ask the mud, "Am I beautiful?" It simply blooms. You too must bloom where you are, without waiting for permission. Your life is yours. Your journey is yours. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you will find peace. Now, take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the weight lifting. Feel the need for approval fading. You are enough. You have always been enough. And no one, no voice, no judgment, no opinion can take that away from you. Transforming pain into strength. Sit with your pain. Do not run from it. Do not push it away. Do not try to drown it in distractions. Just sit, breathe, feel it. Is it uncomfortable? Isn't it? The mind resists. The heart tightens. Every part of you wants to escape. But what if you stayed? What if, just this once, you did not fight it? What if you let the pain exist, not as an enemy, but as a teacher? Pain is not a curse. It is not a punishment. It is not proof that life is against you. Pain is simply a signal, a messenger, a voice calling for your attention. It is there to teach you something, to wake you up, to open your eyes to a truth you have been avoiding. The question is, will you listen? Look at the trees after a storm. Some branches break. Some fall to the ground, never to rise again. But the roots, the trunk, if they are strong, they do not collapse. Instead, they grow deeper, stronger, more grounded than before. Life is the same. Pain is the storm, but you are the tree. Will you let it break you, or will you use it to grow? Think back to a time when you were hurt, a time when someone's words or actions cut deep, a time when something you held dear was taken away. What did you do with that pain? Did you bury it inside? Did you let it shape your fears? Did you use it as proof that the world is cruel? Or did you learn from it? Did you become stronger, wiser, more compassionate because of it? Most people see pain as a wall blocking their path, but the wise see it as a door waiting to be opened. The door leads somewhere new, somewhere unknown, and that is frightening. But what if on the other side there is something greater than you ever imagined? What if there is peace, freedom, clarity? You will never know unless you step through. A warrior does not become strong by avoiding battle. A river does not become deep by avoiding obstacles. A mind does not become wise by avoiding struggle. Everything in nature grows through resistance. The same is true for you. Every difficulty, every sorrow, every heartbreak, it is all part of your training. Life is not trying to break you. It is trying to make you unbreakable. But strength is not just about enduring. It is not just about surviving. True strength is about transforming. A wound can become a scar, or it can become a lesson. A loss can become a regret, or it can become wisdom. A heartbreak can become bitterness, or it can become understanding. The pain itself does not decide. You do. Imagine a piece of metal. If left untouched, it remains what it is, ordinary, unremarkable. But put it in fire, shape it with pressure, refine it with patience, and it becomes something else. A sword, a tool, something of value. Pain is the fire. Your choices are the hammer. Will you let yourself be shaped into something greater, or will you resist and remain the same? Buddhism teaches that suffering arises from attachment. We hold on to how things should be. We resist change. We expect life to move according to our desires, and when it does not, we suffer. But what if we accepted pain instead of fearing it? What if we let it move through us rather than trying to control it? Pain, when resisted, becomes suffering. Pain, when accepted, becomes transformation. Do not ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Ask instead, "What is this teaching me?" Every wound holds wisdom. Every sorrow holds a lesson. The more you open yourself to this truth, the less pain will have power over you. There is a saying, "A broken heart lets more light in." Have you noticed how, after great pain, people either become colder or more compassionate? Either they shut down or they open up. Pain can shrink you, or it can expand you. The choice is yours. As a master once said, "The obstacle is the path." This means that what you resist the most is often exactly what you need to face. You cannot skip the hard parts of life. You cannot jump over suffering. The only way out is through. But if you walk through it with awareness, with patience, with courage, you will come out on the other side, stronger, wiser, lighter. Strength is not about being unshaken. It is about being able to bend without breaking, to feel deeply without being destroyed, to face the storm without losing yourself. True strength is not cold, not hard, not distant. It is soft, flexible, alive. It flows like water, moves like the wind, adapts like nature itself. So when pain comes, do not run, do not fear, do not resist. Let it shape you, refine you, guide you. One day you will look back and realize it was never there to destroy you. It was there to awaken you. Self-compassion and forgiveness. Sit down for a moment. Briefly, feel the rise and fall of your chest. Now tell me, how long have you carried this pain? How long have you punished yourself for past mistakes? How often have you replayed the same memories, the same regrets, the same guilt over and over again? There is something humans do without realizing it. It is far easier to forgive others than it is to forgive oneself. We make excuses for those who hurt us. We tell ourselves that they were confused, that they were struggling, that they did not know any better. But when it comes to our own mistakes, we are ruthless. We become our own worst enemy, speaking words to ourselves that we would never say to another person. Why? Why do we believe that we are less deserving of kindness? Do you think the universe looks at you and sees someone unworthy of peace? Do you think the wind, the sky, the trees judge you for the things you regret? Number. It is only the human mind that clings so desperately to its own suffering. If a child drops a glass and it shatters, do you scream at them? Do you tell them they are useless, that they should have known better, that they do not deserve happiness? Number. You tell them it is okay. You tell them to be careful next time. You help them clean up the mess. Then, why, when you make a mistake, do you not offer yourself the same kindness? Life is a series of lessons. You were never meant to know everything from the start. Think back to your childhood. Did you know how to walk the moment you were born? Did you know how to speak, how to think, how to survive in this world? Number. You learned slowly, one step at a time. And even now, you are still learning. Mistakes are not signs of failure. They are signs of growth. Buddhism teaches that suffering comes from attachment, not just attachment to people, but attachment to our own self-judgment. When you refuse to forgive yourself, you are clinging to a past version of you that no longer exists. That version of you did the best it could with what it knew at the time, but you are here now. You have changed. You have grown. So why keep punishing yourself for the actions of someone you no longer are? Let go. Just for a moment, let go. Close your eyes. Imagine the person you used to be, the one who made mistakes, the one who hurt others, the one who struggled. Look at them. Do they not deserve love? Do they not deserve peace? Now, imagine wrapping them in warmth, in kindness. Imagine telling them, I forgive you. Forgiveness is not about forgetting. It is not about pretending nothing happened. It is about releasing yourself from the chains of the past. It is about understanding that growth cannot happen when you are stuck in the same moment forever. And what about others? Those who have hurt you, those who have broken your trust, those who have left wounds that still ache. How do you forgive them? You do it not for them, but for yourself. Carrying resentment is like holding fire in your hands. The other person may feel the burn, but the only one suffering is you. Let go, not because they deserve it, not because they have apologized, but because you deserve peace. Do you think your anger is protecting you? Do you think your pain is keeping you safe? Number. It is only stopping you from healing. Forgiveness does not mean you allow someone to hurt you again. It does not mean you must welcome them back into your life. It simply means you choose not to let their actions control your emotions anymore. It means you take back your power. Sit with yourself. Place your hand on your heart. Feel it beating. That is life. That is the present moment. That is all that truly exists. The past is a memory. The future is a thought. Only now is real. And in this moment, you have a choice. Will you keep carrying this weight, or will you finally set it down? Choose peace. Choose freedom. Choose to heal. Mastering the art of letting go. Letting go is not about giving up. It is not about pretending that something never mattered. It is about freeing yourself from the weight that no longer serves you. But why is it so difficult? Why do we hold on to things even when they bring us pain? Think of a person carrying a heavy bag. At first, they might not notice the weight, but as time passes, it starts to slow them down. Their shoulders ache. Their steps become smaller. Soon, they are exhausted. But instead of putting the bag down, they cling to it, afraid of what will happen if they let it go. This is how the mind works. We carry the past with us, dragging old wounds, regrets, and disappointments. We replay painful conversations, relive lost moments, and wonder what could have been. And yet, no matter how tightly we hold on, the past does not change. The only thing that changes is the burden we feel. Letting go begins with a simple truth. You cannot move forward if you are chained to what is behind you. The Buddha once said, "You only lose what you cling to." These words hold a secret. It is not the loss itself that causes suffering, but our unwillingness to release it. Many people believe that letting go means forgetting, but that is not true. You do not have to erase memories. You do not have to pretend that something never happened. Letting go is about loosening the grip that pain has on you. It is about accepting what was and choosing not to let it define what will be. Think about water flowing in a river. It moves effortlessly, never stopping, never resisting. If a rock appears in its path, it does not fight it. It simply finds a way around it and continues its journey. The mind should be like water, fluid, adaptable, and free. But instead, we build dams. We block the natural flow with expectations, attachments, and fears. And then we wonder why we feel stuck. Imagine holding a rope that is burning your hands. The tighter you hold, the more it hurts. But something inside you whispers, "Don't let go." Maybe it is fear. Maybe it is the belief that holding on will bring things back to the way they were. But what happens when you finally release it? The pain stops. The wound begins to heal, and you realize that you never needed to hold on in the first place. There is a Buddhist story about a man crossing a river. He builds a small raft and uses it to get to the other side. But once he reaches land, he refuses to leave the raft behind. He carries it on his back, even though he no longer needs it. This is how many people live. They hold on to things that once helped them, but are now only weighing them down. The lesson is clear. When something has served its purpose, let it go. You may ask, but how? How do I let go of something that feels so important? The answer is simple, but not always easy. You start by becoming aware. Notice when your mind clings to something. Notice the tension in your body when you think about it. Then ask yourself, is this helping me, or is it keeping me trapped? Letting go does not happen all at once. It is like untying a knot. You loosen it little by little until it finally falls away. Some days you will feel lighter. Other days you might find yourself holding on again. That is okay. Healing is not a straight path. It is a journey of release and renewal. One of the most powerful ways to let go is through acceptance, not resignation, not defeat, but true acceptance. This means acknowledging what has happened without resistance. It means saying, "This is my reality, and I choose to make peace with it." Many people fear that if they let go, they will have nothing left. But this is an illusion. Letting go does not leave you empty. It makes space for something new. It allows fresh air to enter, new experiences to unfold, and true peace to take root. There is another story of two monks walking through a forest. They come across a woman struggling to cross a river. One of the monks carries her across, then continues walking. Hours later, the other monk says, "You should not have carried that woman. We are not supposed to touch them." The first monk smiles and replies, "I put her down hours ago." Why are you still carrying her? How many things are you still carrying? How many moments, words, and memories are weighing you down? The past is done. The future is unknown. The only place you can truly live is here and now. Letting go is an act of courage, an act of choosing peace over pain, freedom over fear. It is understanding that your life is too precious to be spent in endless suffering. So, take a deep breath. Feel the weight you have been carrying, and when you are ready, let it go, finding solace and solitude. You have been running for so long, chasing people, seeking approval, longing for someone to understand. But have you ever stopped to ask yourself why? Why does the presence of others feel like a necessity? Why does loneliness feel like a burden rather than a gift? The world teaches you that being alone is something to be feared. It tells you that solitude is emptiness, that without others you are incomplete. But what if this is the greatest illusion of all? What if solitude is not loneliness, but the doorway to something deeper, something sacred? Think of a river. When too many people step into its waters, it becomes disturbed. Its surface ripples with chaos. But when left undisturbed, it flows smoothly, reflecting the sky above. Your mind is the same. Surrounded by constant noise, endless distractions, and the weight of others' opinions, it becomes restless. But in solitude, it settles. It becomes still. And in that stillness, you begin to see yourself clearly. Most people fear being alone because they are afraid of what they will find in the silence. They fear their own thoughts, their own emotions. But solitude is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It strips away the noise of the world and leaves you with the one person you have been avoiding, yourself.